Greetings all. What might be happening with webinars? I might just do the Q&A portions and then do updates on a separate video because I'm getting worn out during these webinars. So what we might do is just do the Q&A with those that are here, and then do the chat room as a separate video, and just do the Galactic update as another one because I'm getting worn out. So let's see how things go. But yeah, I'm too tired. It's getting to be too, and the webinars are usually going pretty long, and that's just those in the room. So we still give those, yeah, because it's killing me. So anyway, that is a Galactic update. See you guys later. No, okay, there. That was the Ivan update or the webinar update. I'm not sure if anyone's going to connect with that, but that was that. Okay, all right, here we go. I don't know what's going to come through. I just know that they have a message, so that's about it. So much love to everyone. Blessings to the universe. Positive messages, positive everything, and lots of... It does remind me because last Friday I didn't have enough energy to do any of this. So anyway, we're doing good, but anyway, here we go. Greetings from your Pleiadian collective friends. Blessings. We are connecting to you from the Galactic Federation of Light and Ashar Command. This is a Pleiadian collective, so we are not of just one, we are of several. Due to the energies of your Earth, you are always given much assistance as for healing abilities and messages of enlightenment. For those that are wishing for our energies to continue, as for a positive visitation, much has to be done in your world for us to visit you without any circumstance that is not in our best of our favors for you and for us. The best is for your Earth to be as healed as possible, as much as possible. It was 80% to 90% for our visitation to be successful. For in doing so, humanity must come together in a positive way. But we realize there's many differences here. As for how this will be accomplished, little by little, as you feel that works for you, but you will be directed in what works for all of you. As for messengers of light, you will understand to send light to others, to bring more of a positive interaction between the two of you. Between you and humanity, Most of humanity is in another direction, as you can tell, looking in another way, which is fine. That is part of your evolution. It was never to awaken the world quickly. That was never the intention ever. But for you to go into a age of enlightenment where our energies are all around you in the physical form, much needs to be done. As for your political system, much healing is needed there. That is very hostile and making others hostile, because many of our lost souls don't realize it. As for what is going into your earth, a charge of knowledge, a feline energy from your weird friends, assistance as for psychic abilities, is coming through your world at this time slowly. The Hathors also are bringing much assistance with that also through their sound. And this will bring a stepping stone to your earth coming together. But much needs to be healed. The political systems, your money systems, as you're aware, the money systems must be removed for us to connect to you properly. As you can tell, that will be sometime in the near future. We do see it being removed eventually. But that gives you an idea of our visitation time, of when that will happen, of us being on your terrain. Much needs to be turned around before we can connect in a positive manner. Now that we will see in your skies, shortly, you will see apparitions. Mostly that would be your alien friends. Also, you and your angelic friends also, as for your angel essence, is bringing much assistance to us to connect to you, to awaken minds, to bring a disbelief, but also to give many hope that there is much out there in your universe that is of a friendly nature. Yes, your skies will find a form for those to connect to. That's all we can say. Well, we've been saying this. Other beings have been saying this. It will take time for humans to adjust to what you are heading for. As for sightings, it will continue on as it is at this time. Other than the apparition we have spoken of, that is all we can say. We cannot say of where, when, or anything other than that. Chances of it meeting your news, not very highly likely, but not important either. What matters most is that those that wish to be connected to our energies will have their chance finally, but this will be a small group. Now, there is a reptilian agenda here, mostly positive, but there is some that is of a negative nature, which is fine. But of the positive reptilian energies, they're going to be increasing their connection with you in their own way. Some will be of art, some will be of music. Some of your music is also reptilian, but remember, in a more benevolent way. And that will continue because the words in those lyrics will bring enlightenment to others. Also, the Arcturians are working with the reptilians to make this successful. Much music. Also, we do see changing to more galactic music. It is to a certain extent, but it is yours. But we do see more galactic music going to your vibration very shortly. It is to a certain extent, but now we do feel that will increase its energy here. As for becoming more of a galactic, as your world calls it, a thing that will be identified, alien music. Technically, you already have it to a certain extent, but we do see many of you do languages. We do see many of you going to a more musical theme. As for calling it alien galactic music. As you said, it's already been done, but we do see an increase as it becoming its own culture. It is to a certain extent, but we do see it increasing to a way where it's of a positive nature, where others have still some that are connected to it that are lost to a certain degree, that have a lower overtone of it because they do not know who they are. So it's hard to connect to the higher realms of energies. So we do see this increasing into your society, which brings us much excitement because music does touch. Mostly you see in sounds, but also words. So this will be bringing us much gratitude, and that will help your vibrations of your planet. Also, healing abilities will increase. Different techniques that will come through when it needs to. But as we say, your political climate, there is many reptilians are working with that, not all positive, to bring you lower to a lower vibration. There are many entities involved with this to keep you hostage. Many Warriors involved with this, many Greys are involved with this. They realize that's an easy way to get to your society is through political jargon, and your news organizations are, quote, controlled by the same groups. They are getting hostile, aren't they? To a certain degree through words. Of course, they've always been hostile throughout your world, but your Americas we are watching at this time. Yes, they have been not always. It's not always been recorded. There is hostility between both camps. But as for which one is better, that is up to you. But either way, they're both of a negative nature. That is keeping your society lost from spirituality, disconnected from spirituality because they don't know any better, which is fine because that is part of their evolution. So no judging here. It is just part of what your human collective understands. But as you go through this process, you will understand more. Meaning you will understand you're not needed anymore. Not to that negative degree. You do not need that negativity and that lostness. It is a lost society there as for the political groups. But they are not knowing themselves either, so it's quite understandable. This is what you're used to. As for spirituality, how it speaks, it will take some time as you realize to connect to your society in a more positive way, into a way that moves your society into more of a wave of understanding how to connect to your alien friends. Spirituality is the key to us. A more positive outlook will bring you closer to us, or us closer to you, without this negative border that you are around at this time that surrounds you. But understand, there's no judgment here. This is part of your evolution. So we respect your evolution. We respect your time that you need to take. We understand many that are ready for our energies right now for visitation. It's because you just left our home. You left our planet and came to this incarnation and realized it's the exact opposite and harder than you realize. This will clear out eventually, where you have more of a positive outlook. It is difficult for many, we understand. But realize that many have many lessons they need to go through. And in this, it is going to be a long road. It is just part of human evolution. But as I said, to connect with us is through spirit. We are spiritual beings. We are aware of how far we can go. As for enlightening certain civilizations, with yours, we can just help you along. But remember, as for this darkness within your political systems, is to send light to it, but not to drain yourself. Pray for it. Yes, that would be good. But also, while draining your energy, that's the last thing you want to do. But put a intent of light that your world will have a easiness of remembrance, of spiritual remembrance. That you will. It's good to have these intentions out there, even if some don't act on it. To at least put the intention out, the energy out there, that those that are not aware of spiritual connections you will find your way in a positive way. At least you'll have assistance there always. And to connect to the positivity of assistance, not the negativity. There will be negativity always. But remember, the best to be positive with those that are not fully understanding of their spiritual, I want to call it responsibility, but spiritual awareness. But spiritual responsibility is another way of looking at it. But even you as a spiritual being, that you are aware of your spiritual connections. And spiritual responsibility has to do with giving respect to those that aren't aware and letting them learn on their own and not forcing anyone. But sending them love and light, of course, and treating them with positivity, which is difficult to realize because many are stubborn. That is part of your Earth's evolution. But we are here to share our light with you, and we'll continue to do so through different languages, through different cultures of entertainment. We are there in all different types of entertainment. Yes, your tall whites, they will have a message for you shortly. Not at this time, but they will in your future time. To show more of their energy to your planet, how they are interacting with you, mostly with your governments in a positive way, to yes, keep your world of stability. They work with Arcturians very much to keep your Earth, of course we do too, to keep your world stable with arms of mass destruction, but also with the weather patterns to keep them at bay as much as possible. To keep asteroids from harming your Earth also. Mostly asteroid intervention, and mostly your nuclear arms are asleep at this time. But not always. They have their moments, but they are slow to move. Yes, your North Korea is very active at this time, but not to worry. They are aware of what is going on, and they're trying to disrupt the other governments because they're kind of fed up with the way North Korea has been treated. And there is much disinfo around your North Korea, that this is more of an awakened state of, meaning this government is aware of its surroundings, meaning it is aware of what the other governments are planning and will no part in it, but they are seen as hostile to their people, but they cannot feed their people either. They are unable, but they're not perfect, that is true, but they're unable to feed their people also. They're also doing, much of their energy is actually very Pleiadian. You'd be surprised. Yes, it might not be, it's not always seen in your culture as completely correct as for your media, but they are trying to feed their people, but they have been stopped. They are trying a different method, meaning, yes, there is hostilities there. That is true. Only because there's so many assassination attempts and distrust, which is quite understandable. But you'd be surprised, there's also a positivity there within all that darkness to bring people more as individuals. The Pleiadian energies are there as to make individuals more independent, more of a Pleiadian way of doing things, where you're not forced into, yes, there are labor camps there, that is true, but there is work there being done to make a civilization that is not so bleak, but is unable to be fully successful. There is darkness there, but there's also light that is working to make it more humane without putting those in a slave job like you are in at this time, most are on your planet, to allow individuals to do what they want freely. Much of that is actually work there, but not fully processed, as you can tell. As you know, by what you have heard, it is a work in progress. But you'd be surprised what this one does know what is they are unable to do. Realize your society has many prisons. As for your money system, has imprisoned your planet. Much there, healing would be going through those systems over time to bring it more free. That will take generations. But not to feel that you are, remember, progress. You're all progress here. Just give yourself, you're all part of this process of awakening. If it's not your generation, it will be the next one. But knowledge of spirituality is key to your alien and your spirit world connections to you. The more positive your world, the better. You now have the control of making your world more of a positive planet. Now, it is time to turn on to activate your individuals of this world little by little. Many Arcturian star seeds are here, and many are very stubborn. That is fine. Meaning stubborn, meaning they're not ready to be alien yet. They like this human incarnation. They're unlikely to give their human ways away. Just to give you an idea of what you're up against. And many of them do play your video games and have much movies and entertainment to keep them busy. So yes, it will be some time for your world awakening and certain individuals. So we will leave you be at this time. But we will bring other energies, knowledge to your society in the time being. But there is a wave of transformation, yes. Through your world leaders will be in touch with us more than they realize. And some of them are not knowing of our arrival, or is our presence. Most are kept away from us. That will not last forever. Blessings to you in this incarnation. Love to you always. Much love.